Hi everyone, now it's time for us to learn how to write a formal letter in this particular module, that is module 5. In fact, this is not a new lesson that we are learning, in fact, we are rather revising. If you see formal letter, there are different parts of it that you need to take care of. The first one is sender's address, date, receiver's address, salutation, subscription, and signature. Now we are going to look at the marks distribution. For format we have 3, for content we have 2, and for expression it's 5, making total 10. If you see further distribution of format, you'll see sender's address, date, receiver's address, salutation, subscription, and name. All 6 parts have been allocated half each. There is no subdivision as such for content and expression. The things that you need to take care of here is, for content, the points and ideas of the letter have to be relevant and enough. Relevant to the questions, or rather to the demands of the question, and you have to write enough point. Expression, you have to check all grammatical things, vocabulary, construction of letter, logic, tone, etc. Now we are going to go to the details of the format, that is for 3 marks. We are going to follow one method of writing formal letter, that is called modern. It is also called computerized method, and it is also called box method. All these 3 names are the same method. All 6 parts of the letter must be in the extreme left hand side. Therefore, when we are following computerized method, you know that we follow the extreme left hand side method. So let's check the sender's address first. So while writing sender's address, there is also a method to be followed. First you write the name of the house, then you go to the road where your house is located, then we write post office, then district and pin code. You make it of 4 lines. I have given you an example where there are 5 lines, that is also accepted. Make sure that you learn to write your home address. Every time you write your home address, I see you writing the school's address. It's one of the skills that we are teaching you here is you have to know where you live. Now, the second part of the format where you are going to get half if you write the date properly. Just check that. There is a proper way of writing date, that is 24th May 2020. There should be TH. Actually, this is also accepted. This particular way is also accepted, but I will also let you know the better way. 24th, that TH, rather than writing on top of the digit 4, you can write on the same line as well. Okay. So this is also accepted, and the other way is also accepted. Do not forget to put comma there after the name of the month and 2020. Also keep in your mind that you cannot write the year in short form. Some of them they write apostrophe 20, that will not be accepted. If you write the date likewise, which is written in the second point there, 24.05/2020, this will also not be accepted. In fact, any other ways of writing date is risky, so we are not going to take risk because we are not doing any business here, right? So we are going to write the date in a proper way as is mentioned in the slide. So the third part here is writing receiver's address. The first line should be the designation. Designation means the post. Like if you are writing to the police commissioner, the police commissioner is supposed to be the first line. The second line should be the department or the organization where that particular post actually stays. Like, let's see the example there. The principal is the designation and the organization is Sacred Heart School, and the last line would be locality and the pin code. The fourth part is salutation. In salutation, please keep in your mind that you write either dear sir or dear madam. Look at the capital letters also. The first letter of the first word should always be capitalized. That's there. But even S of sir and M of madam, they have to be capitalized. But you are going to eliminate the word dear if you are writing to the editor. Write only sir. If you check the fifth part of the format, it's subscription. So I'll teach you one very safe way of writing subscription. Write only yours faithfully. There are other ways of doing it as well. We'll learn it as we move on with it. Okay, right now the safest is here, yours faithfully. Now the last part is signature. Signature, where you write your full name. You are not going to write, or rather put in your signature there, but you are going to write full name. You have to make sure that there are always two parts in your name. For example, Rahul Roy. The first letter of the first word, that is Rahul, is capitalized. Even R of Roy is capitalized. Whereas if you see your subscription, the first word is yours. That will be with capital Y, but the word faithfully will be with small f. Be careful there. Now, format is the first part we have taken care of. Now, the next is content, which carries 2 marks. Always make sure that you divide your letter into 3 parts. I'm not telling you 3 paragraphs, I'm telling you 3 parts. Introduction, body and conclusion. Introduction can be written in 1 paragraph. Body can have different paragraphs wherein different points are jotted down, and conclusion as a last paragraph, or it can also be, letters can also be concluded with a single line or a couple of lines. When you construct the body of the letter, you must write the points that are relevant to the demands of the question. That part actually is informative part. Whenever we write the body of the letter, that is where we give in the informations that are demanded in the question. You must always be logical and write specific points with examples. Now, in order to know what I'm talking about here, you need to read plenty of samples that I will provide to you. There are a few links also later on in this slide you will come across, and you are going to go to those links and check. In expression part, this is where your language will be checked. So far, you are going to get marks for format and the points that you have written. Now, how you express your points, that is wherein we check your language skill. Be formal in your tone. Since we are writing formal letter, we should be aware of the fact that we should not be writing formal letters like the way we write to our mother, father and friends. Read the samples of both formal and informal letters and find the difference, and you'll easily grasp what the differences are. Check the list of formal and informal words. Use relevant and good words. Use relevant phrases. Make logical connection with while constructing your letter, and make no grammatical errors. This is where we are going to judge you for 5 marks. Now, this slide actually is a slide where I want to give you some supplemental ideas, suggestions or advice. Just read the entire thing properly and follow them. The expression of the introduction, body and conclusion in different paragraphs must also follow the layout of extreme left hand side. Whenever you write the different paragraphs, You have to make sure that the first word is in the extreme left hand side and you follow that afterwards as well. When you want to change a paragraph, you should always leave a line and again start from the extreme left hand side. Always begin your new paragraph from the extreme left. Practice punctuating in addresses even in modern method. Relevant punctuations in the letter is mandatory. Mandatory means compulsory. Compulsory means you have to do it. Okay. So make no spelling errors. Check where you need to write capital letters. Do not use respected sir or madam. The word respected has been eliminated, will no longer be accepted. Do not ask questions in your letter. Do not use short forms, abbreviations and contractions. Now, abbreviation means SHS for Sacred Heart School. Rather, you have to write Sacred Heart School. Okay. Contractions means the words like CAN apostrophe T. Okay, can't. Instead of that, you have to write cannot. Don't write isn't. Write is not. So contractions are not allowed. Check your presentation. Presentation means the layout, your handwriting. Very, very important thing. So the next slide here is a sample of one formal letter. You just zoom it and read it. The expression, the details. At the end you'll see in subscription part there are 2 subscriptions written there. Please follow the first one, yours faithfully, and do not write the other one. Now here are some links to follow for reading purpose. So go to these links and check the letters out there. And this reading is going to work as a good input so that our outputs will be better. So if you read more, grasp more, and you will be able to produce better write-ups. Thank you, boys. We are going to discuss the rest of the matters when you start practicing and attending my classes. Thank you, boys.